You've tried to change before. You've tried to start new habits, pursue goals, improve yourself. And yet, here you are, stuck in the same patterns, repeating the same mistakes. Feeling frustrated and hopeless, you blame lack of willpower, motivation, or talent. But the real reason you fail isn't what you think. It's deeper, hidden, and almost no one talks about it. You're failing to change because you're attacking the wrong thing. You're fighting symptoms, not the cause. You're trying to change behaviors without changing the system that drives them. And until you fix the system, nothing sticks. Think about it. Every habit you've tried to build, every goal you've tried to reach, collapsed. Why? Because your mind is trained to maintain equilibrium, to preserve the life you've been living. Change threatens that. Even if you hate where you are, your brain is loyal to the familiar. Familiar discomfort feels safer than unfamiliar growth. That's why motivation fades. Why plans fail. Why willpower disappears. The system is stronger than desire. Change without a system is just wishful thinking. So what is the system? It's the set of rules your mind obeys automatically every day. It's how you structure your environment, your routines, your responses to discomfort, and your decision-making. If your system prioritizes comfort, procrastination, or avoidance, your mind will obey that every single time. That's why you failed before. You didn't attack the problem at the source. You didn't train your mind to obey growth instead of comfort. And until you do, nothing else matters. Here's the solution that actually works. First, identify one behavior that keeps you stuck. The one that sabotages everything else. Then, restructure the surrounding system, not just the behavior, but the environment, triggers, and immediate consequences. Make the desired action unavoidable. Make the old, sabotaging action impossible or painful. Your brain responds to rules, not motivation. Force it to obey the rules of growth, and it will. That's how real change happens. Not with inspiration, not with hope, with structure, repetition, and deliberate design. Next, scale it gradually. One small victory compounds into momentum. Your mind learns obedience to growth. Every tiny action you take despite resistance rewires neural pathways. Fear shrinks, confidence grows, action becomes natural. Habits form, and slowly, the life you wanted begins to take shape. This isn't a quick fix. It's the only fix that works. Motivation, willpower, and positive thinking are tools, but they're weak compared to a trained system. Systems are unstoppable. Systems win. And here's what most people miss. Accountability is part of the system. You can't rely on vague promises to yourself. You need tangible signals, measurable progress, and immediate feedback. Your mind learns best when consequences are clear. If you don't act, discomfort shows up immediately. If you act, reward reinforces the behavior. That's the language the brain understands. This is why most self-help advice fails. It doesn't speak the brain's language. Systems do. Finally, you need persistence. Real change is boring, repetitive, and uncomfortable at first. Your mind resists. That resistance is proof that you are doing it right. The people who succeed aren't stronger, smarter, or luckier. They are consistent. They repeat, reinforce, and never negotiate with discomfort. That's the gold most people miss. That's the content most gurus don't teach. That's why this video is different. This is actionable, real, and effective. Not hype, not fluff. Practical steps that work. So here's what you do after this video. Pick one habit, one behavior, one decision that keeps you stuck. Design the system around it. Remove obstacles. Force the action. Measure progress. Repeat daily. Observe your mind resisting and bending. That is how you break the loop. That is how you finally change. That is how you stop failing at self-improvement. You won't need motivation. You won't need inspiration. You will act. And action always wins. You failed before not because you're weak, but because your mind was obeying the wrong rules. Now, you can teach it new rules. Rules of growth, rules of action, rules of persistence. Start today. Start small. Start deliberate. the results will follow. You won't just feel different, you will be different. That is the truth few people teach. But it works. This is the gold. This is what you needed. Your mind is unbreakable. But if you train it,